Hi, I'm Mike Deming, host of Sportsman's News Television. On this episode, we're just south of Santa Fe, New Mexico. We're going to be hunting with Rancho De Chavez, and we're going to have the owner, Steve Chavez himself, is going to be down here to help us out. They had a couple of other hunters that are previous guys that have been back here multiple times. We've got Rick and his good buddy Bert West. The intent is their guys are going to shoot a couple of meat bison, 2 to 3 year old bulls. Bert wants to kill a water buffalo, and in this evaluation trip, I'm down here, I'm gonna shoot a bison. So I've had the opportunity of killing a few bison in my life, and I absolutely love these things. And it's America to me, it's what we're all about, and this is something we're looking to do for the Sportsman's News Pro Membership Sweepstakes. The thing I will tell you about this ranch and Steve himself, this place is phenomenal. I mean, about 18,000 acres. This ranch was owned by the Ball family, and Steve has brought together the vision that the Ball family had, as well as what his Spanish heritage is. And he's continued to put this together and build on this. And you're gonna get a chance to see this over the next few days of while we're here, but it is absolutely phenomenal. And Steve is a conquistador himself. He's conquered the new millennium. He's achieved stuff that most people couldn't even imagine. He's tremendously successful, but such a down-to-earth person and fun to be here with, and hunting is his true passion. He's got all the toys you can possibly imagine, world-class lodging, good food, great accommodations, and just stick around. You're going to enjoy this experience. It's as good as you can get. Ricky Ingersoll has been down here to Rancho De Chavez before, and he knows what to expect. He's able to shoot really, really long range, practices in his range in Colorado out to a mile, highly, highly qualified. But his true passion is big bore handguns, and if we can get close enough, which is inside 70, 80 yards, he feels really comfortable. But want to make sure you shoot both rifle and handgun at the range before you ever go out. When you're going to take an animal's life, you want to make sure that you're doing everything in your power to make sure you make a humane harvest. So tell me about Rancho De Chavez and what you're doing here.
Well, it's an amazing place to go hunt. A lot of exotic game, buffalo, rams, yak. There's all kinds of fun stuff to do down here.
Let's go get a bison.
Let's get two.
It's a pretty big ranch to take care of. Holy cow.
Yeah, we're looking at about 18,000 acres. And that's as a crow flies, that's not including all this up and down stuff, so it's a lot more than people think.
So this ranch is 18,000 acres. It is spread all over miles and miles, and a lot of this country up on this flat plateau is really hard to see into. You've got two choices. You're either going to climb up on the mountains across the road and look down into this stuff, which is going to take a good portion of the morning to get up on there, or you're going to utilize whatever stuff you can do to cover the high ground. So in this situation, Raul's able to climb up onto an old windmill that he's built a platform, take a look and see what he's able to see. And fortunately, he's able to find some bison. We just need to move in and see if it is the bison.
You might just want to maybe walk in there towards them and take a look. These are all mature cows. mature cows, old cows.
What all species do you guys have out here?
We've got bison, we have Asian water buffaloes, yaks, Himalayan yaks, we've got royals, blacks, so there's a variation of colors in the species. We got Watuzis, which is an African cow. We got mountain lions, bears, I mean, you name it, we got everything out here. So that's another bull right by him now, next to him, right next to him. That's an even nicer one. Hold on. One right behind the dead one, and there's one to the right. The one on the right's bigger enough.
It's got hooked horns, though.
No, you want them straight up. His horns are straight up. Don't see anything with hooks.
Right next to each other. Wow. Guys, that's good. That's the shot one that's running off.
What?
That's him.
You got up.
You know, usually when you harvest an animal the size of a bison, you can have north of 1,000 pounds on the ground. But when you've got 2 bison on the ground, you have got an unbelievable amount of work. With Rancho De Chavez, it makes packing these things out extremely simple. So you get to have fun, enjoy the hunt. The guide's gonna pull in here and take care of this animal. Absolutely phenomenal. Congratulations to Rick on a couple of great shots here. That's definitely food for the freezer for lots of parties and get-togethers for at least another year, maybe 2. I'm sure you'll be back here to Rancho De Chavez to fill the freezer when that's gone. Well, once you get an animal down, then the work begins. Makes it a little easier when you got tractors and big trucks, stuff like this, but you're also gonna have to have good knives. Outdoor Ed's gonna get it done. I carry either this one in my truck or this one. We're gonna use them all because we don't only have just this bison, we've got another one in the truck. Time to get to work.
are here at Rancho De Chavez in New Mexico. We're out here with sportsman guys over here, Mike, Demi, and we're gonna be filming one of our hunters, Bert. He's gonna be hunting a water buffalo, and we'll see what we can do so we can get one down today. And then later on we'll be trying to chase a big monster buffalo, western buffalo, and Mike will be the hunter on that one. He's gonna try and kill that with one of his Winchester lever action rifles. So we're excited about that. See if we can get her done.
Up here so we can kind of see into this. This stuff's pretty tall. Some of this cactus is 6-7 feet tall. So climb up on the back of this thing, looking down in. We've been able to find the cows that they know are around here, but they said they usually hang out together. And we drove around in here for 3 hours yesterday and never did find these things. This is about an 8,000 acre pasture, so lots and lots of ground to cover. That's why we got 3 vehicles out here, and if we can't get something done quick, we're going to go ahead and split up and utilize the radios to try and find them so we don't spend all day doing this. Kind of fun though.
We gotta be up on top here somewhere.
Yeah, let's just zigzag all this. If we can't find them, let's go up to the top, up to the high country, and glass all this. Just look over everything and find them.
Stalking the water buffalo, and then they decided to take off running and got after it, and they're running pretty hard right now. So we're gonna try to cut them off and get in front of them. Thanks. Oh, a hell of a guide right there, buddy.
Watch the other one.
I mean, we've been probably pay attention here, but I don't know. And the whole time I was thinking, don't sit in the cactus. And what did I do? Fell down in the cactus.
I offered the chair.
I'm trying to figure out which one of you guys are really a good friend right now. Great hunt, man.
That was awesome.
That was
Man,
way
those
cool.
things are wild, weren't they?
That was crazy the way they were running like that, man. It was just.
Well, we're here just out of Santa Fe, New Mexico with Rancho De Chavez, and Bert West here just smoked this thing. You do not have to go across the pond to have a great time. We've been here for a couple of days. We got bison down, now water buffalo. Just doesn't get any better than this, and he's all about smiles, good times here, great food, good drinks, camaraderie. You know, one of the best places I've ever been. I've been doing this for 15 years, and this is a world-class operation. So I was happy that we got invited, man. Thanks for the invite, letting us enjoy this experience with you guys. We got one more bison to kill, but we have a lot of work right here, and you're gonna love how they load these things up. You know, when you do an evaluation trip on an outfitter, you do all the research that goes into making sure that they are the kind of people that you want to spend the time and the money to come down and spend time with. And there's so much you can do to check those people out, but until you actually step foot on a property and see what they're really about, see what the chemistry is like, you never have any idea. And I've been doing this for 15 years, and being able to come down here to New Mexico, just south of Santa Fe and Rancho De Chavez with Steve Chavez, and hear about the building and the house that is there. It was owned by the Ball family, and that's a huge name. You know, the Ball mason jars that, you know, we all grew up with being canned and everything. And to go look at the house as we did a tour through there and see the banister that has a carved engraved Ball jar in the banister itself shows what the original family was about. But then when Steve bought the ranch 7 years ago, he wanted to keep that history, not just wipe it all out. So even though he added stuff to the house, he kept a lot of the structure and the history of itself. And you can take a look at this. So it brings some of the history of the Ball family as well as his long-term history. You know, they've actually got, I think it's 11 of the stallions that were the original breed that were brought over by the conquistadors. And they've got statues of the conquistadors out there And there's just examples of this type of history all throughout the entire ranch. And to be with such nice people that are so respectful and appreciate their opportunity that they had to get this ranch. And it turns out that Steve was actually had relatives that were born here, and you know, we got to share this with somebody. So, you know, coming here to do a hunt was something that was pretty special anyway, because we were coming to hunt the American bison, and to me that's America, and that's pretty special to me. I drew a tag on the Book Cliffs a few years ago and got to go do that, but when we started talking about another opportunity to do a bison, I wanted other people to feel that thing. So that's why we wanted to come down here, buy these hunts for the pro membership sweepstakes, and give other people a chance to feel that experience. But I had no idea of what they were really going to experience until we've been here. And being here for a couple of days is world class to see this. So we're out here enjoying a good fire, and pretty pleasurable experience. There's nothing like using an old rifle and modern day horses on a traditional bison hunt here at Rancho De Chavez. We're going to cover as much ground as we can. We're going to get out, we're going to find the target species. That guy's going to be here next year for you to come hunt. Come join us here. Become a Sportsman's News Pro member at ProMembershipSweepstakes.com. Might be down here at Rancho De Chavez trying to kill a big bison like that. Big bison right over here. We've only spent like 45 minutes out looking around. This is a good one. Wind's good, everything's good. This doesn't happen to me, so this is a big bull. Pretty excited. Got my 32 Winchester Special. This thing is almost over 100 years old. It was my great uncle's, and I killed my first deer with this when I was 10 years old. That was 40 years ago. I haven't killed anything with it since. Pretty excited about this. We're gonna get close, try and get into 50, 60 yards, see if we can dump it one shot right behind the ear. Woo!
Yeah, buddy.
Right behind the ear, baby. 32 Winchester Special. I think that first shot was a little farther than I thought. Actually got a little excited there. Been a while since I got amped up. That's a piece of heritage right there. It kind of fits with this ranch. This thing's 100 years old. This thing's been around for lots of hundreds of years. This ranch is absolutely phenomenal. Being guided by Steve Chavez, the owner himself, just a self-made person who has basically brought this ranch back. It was part of his family that he found out later, and we've got to share this experience with him over the last 3 days, and great new friend. We look forward to doing more stuff with these guys. We're gonna buy a hunt from them every year. Definitely big bison like this. They've got some white ones here. Hopefully in time we'll earn the right to be able to get one of those guys, and maybe you'll be one of those lucky winners, but I'm pretty stoked, man. Let's go up and see what this guy looks like. That's a lot of meat right there. We're gonna be doing some shows and some store visits. We'll be cooking some bison. Come on out. Let's go check this guy out. Well, quite an experience here in New Mexico, Rancho De Chavez. We've got the owner, Steve Chavez, here. We've been here for the last couple of days, shot some young bison and shot a water buffalo earlier today. And obviously it got my turn to go hunt so we could shoot a bison. I actually thought this was a bull. It was so big, I didn't pay attention to it. It is a cow. Great thing, we can shoot either sex here, and this is a huge cow. I mean, this is almost as big as the bull I killed on the Book Cliffs in Utah a couple of years ago. You know, that was something that I had to wait a really long time to draw for. And this is something you can come to every year. The accommodations here, the meals, the lodging, the hospitality is second to none. Truly platinum approved outfitter quality. And I'm happy to come back down here every year. We're gonna buy this hunt each and every year for a big giant trophy bull. And this is a really special trip for me. I got to bring out my great-grandfather's gun here, and 32 Winchester Special right behind the ear. That's what I said I was gonna do. That little bitty bullet, I'm used to shooting a 26 Nosler and getting it done, but you know, we got to about 70 yards and put it right behind the ear, got it done. Missed the first shot. It happens if you don't shoot enough. You know, I haven't shot this gun in probably 25 or 30 years. I shot it just a little while ago to make sure I was somewhat close to being on, but pretty special for me. I don't get to personally get to hunt a bunch. I get to follow a lot of people around and get to enjoy this for a living. But world-class operation here. Truly appreciate bringing this episode of Sportsman's News Television to you. Tune in next month. We'll have another great show for you.
Sportsman's News Television is brought to you by ALPS Outdoors. Exceed your expectations. TVA. It's just a better gun. DOUBLETAP ammunition, made with pride in the USA. Sitka, turning clothing into gear. Browning, the best there is. Bushnell Trophy Cam HD. And brought to you by your local Ford stores, home to built Ford tough trucks.
What's America's best-selling brand of trucks? You're in for a big surprise, pal. Actually, you're not. It's Ford F-Series again, and it wasn't even close. Same trucks that have been leading the industry for 39 straight years. Why? Game-changing innovation, like F-150's high-strength military-grade aluminum alloy, which helps make it stronger, more capable, and more efficient than ever. Innovation. It's why Ford F-Series is making every other truck brand history.